Another level this year with the threats of physical harm.
Well, last year he said he was going to break my hip. That's why I brought a cop. So this year was actually kinder and gentler because he said he was going to take me down or put me down or something. I'm going down.
It's a little more name calling, maybe.
Yeah. Seriously though, this is a really good team. I mean, they got 8 guys ranked in the top 20 and probably more ranked closer to 10. They got a lot of really good guys right now. I mean, we were in New Orleans in December, late December, and I watched them, completely manhandle Ohio State, which is a really good team right now too. And I think since then, they've been pretty darn unbeatable. They're really healthy right now. I think when they did lose earlier in the year, that they had a couple guys out, and that's a huge factor. So, truly there is, and he said it, there's a lot of respect, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of poking. But when we get there, we know what's going to be. They're going to want to take our heads off, and we have to be ready for that, and we got to take their heads off. It's going to be a heck of a dual meet for fans to watch. I think that, I think there's a lot of toss-ups early, like 125 through 157. I think you could make a case for all those being really, really close. And if that's the way it goes, that's going to be a heck of a bout. So we're excited about it. Yeah, we're playing around a little bit and we're having fun, but it's a big date for us. We circle Panther season every year.
What has Sam Schuyler meant to this team? I mean, obviously, it feels like he burst on the scene last year against UNI, getting that last-second takedown to seal the dual meet. But then this year, he seems to have taken it to another level. I mean, just this last weekend against Pitt, he did the same thing against the number 5 guy in the country.
Yeah, he's just, confidence is such a wonderful thing in this sport, in any individual sport. And he's got a lot of confidence right now, and he earns a lot of it in that room right behind y'all. He works really hard, and we go on when we do the morning runs, when we lift, when we wrestle. That guy gives you everything he's got, and when you do that over and over, and you start to get confidence in there, then it shows up everywhere you go, and I think that's what we're seeing.
He even referenced the thing you like to say about him, that when he was younger he'd poop his pants.
Yeah.
He referenced that a little bit, but
yeah.
How did he just acquire that confidence due to the work he put in the room, and maybe having to get beat a few times and then get back up?
Yeah, I think he just started figuring out, because he was having a lot of success in the room, that he belonged, that he was in that. And he did a really good job this spring, and then he went to Colorado Springs and wrestled with some really high-level guys. And if you saw the guys that he beat in the U.S. Open last April in Vegas, he beat some really good guys. And you do that, and then you do it in there. He's going to be right in that. He can go with anybody this year.
Sunday is the Beauty and the Beast match, not
Yes.
to look past the Panthers.
No.
The atmosphere and everything that goes along with that. Are you guys looking forward to that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I haven't participated in a Beauty and the Beast at Hilton since I was at Virginia Tech. 1 year, 10, 12 years ago. I don't know. When you're old, you forget stuff, right? We came and wrestled Iowa State in the Beauty and the Beast, and all I remember, it was like a 3-ring circus, and there was girls flying by, and I'm trying to keep our athletes in their head where they need to be. And so, yeah, focus might be the key word on Sunday. But Illinois is a really good team too. I mean, we just the teams that we beat last weekend, West Virginia's so improved. I mean, Pitt, they're not the 14th ranked team in the nation, and I'll tell you what, UNI ain't the 13th ranked team in the nation. That's 2 really good programs. So to get the opportunity to do that against a really good team on Sunday will be fun. I think we start at noon, and everybody's going to get done to go watch the Super Bowl. They'll have plenty of time to do that, but it's going to be a good. I heard we've got a ton of tickets sold for it, so we're excited about that.
What do you make of the parity in college wrestling this year? Just with Penn State still might be the best team and dual team, Iowa still might be number 2, but even they've shown some chinks in their armor. And then 3 through, 15, 16, all seem to be right there with each other. What do you make of the parity in college wrestling this year?
I think it's great, and I'm glad you asked that question, because I've said that to people before. I mean, with I really think between 2 and 25, like, you got a couple guys out and you're not ready to go, they're gonna get you. I mean, it's almost kind of like Big 12 basketball. It doesn't, you better be ready to go every time. I mean, I saw that what Iowa State's playing tonight, and they're playing a team that's barely above 500, and they're an underdog on the road, and they're first place in the conference. I think that's what we're starting to see with college wrestling, and especially the Big 12 right now is extremely tough. I mean, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Northern Colorado, and then you got the traditional Big 12 schools are really all good right now. And so, that tournament's going to be something else, but you nailed it. I mean, there's a lot of parity right now in our sport.
How big is it for you to be able to be in a state where you have UNI just 2 hours away and you're taking your guys there Friday night to compete? What does that do for your program and your guys' development?
Well, I heard Coach Schwab mention it in his press conference. There's nowhere else like Iowa. I mean, he's pushing tickets hard. I think that's good, and I don't think he probably needs to, because he's done a heck of a job there, and put those guys in basically a top 10, top 12 status right now. And you're in Iowa, and they're going to show up. Last year we had over 6,000. It was nuts. It was packed. It was fun, and so that's kind of what you do, what you get used to when you build your program like that. And he's done a great job with it.
Team-wise, how are you? Because you talked about having some harder knocks than usual, maybe at times. How are you health-wise, and has it improved? I guess.
We have some little things besides losing Terakeen at 125 with a surgery. We don't have anybody that's not going to be going. I mean, we got some guys at this time of year when you get into, we're almost into mid-February right now. When you get into mid-February, you're just going to have to learn how to wrestle banged up a little bit, because nobody feels perfect. If you start worrying about that, then you're worrying about the wrong things. So, you have to be tough. And with that said, we're off today. It's Wednesday. We'll go a 25-minute 30 workout tomorrow and Thursday. And then we'll, make weight Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, evening, and wrestle. So, we trained hard Monday and Tuesday, and there's some guys beat up and sore and banged up a little bit today, but they got 48 hours plus to get ready to go, and so we'll be ready.
What's Corey Cabanban's status?
Corey Cabanban will be ready. He's on the mat again, just kind of moving around, drilling. We probably won't see him until the Big 12. We'll have to figure that situation out and have a wrestle off there. Right now it kind of looks like Caleb Feasley and Corey will probably end up wrestling off at some point after, right out sometime between the 20th and the 27th, depending on Corey. We'll let him make sure he feels good, but he's obviously earned a right. He had some, right before he got hurt, he beat Penn State and Cornell. Goodness, the kid deserves a shot right now. He really does. And Caleb Feasley's done a wonderful job for us. I mean, he lost two close matches on the road, but man, those were good, tough guys, and he was right there in both those matches. So, we've toughened up at 125. All right, gang.
All right.